Hey guys, it's Nathan back with another video, and I actually have a set review today. I haven't done one of these in quite a while since I don't buy that many sets, but this is an exception. So let's take a look at it. It's called Championship Challenge 2. It retailed for $49.99 back in the day. This was released in 2001, I believe, or 2002. I'm not sure. This is pretty old. It almost has 20 years, which is insane. Because I actually do remember seeing some Lego sports sets on the shelves. I was really young back then, but I do remember that, and it's been about 20 years. This is Lego set 3420. Ages 7 to 12. And it has 376 pieces. At least it's supposed to have 376 pieces. And the reason I say that is because I got this at a thrift shop for the low price of $5, which is absolutely insane. I saw this just sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, hey, to the owner who was walking around. I was like, hey, so how much for this Lego? I just said Lego. I didn't want to imply that I knew what I was talking about, because then he would probably raise the price. I was like, hey, how much for this Lego, or for those Legos? And he's like, well, five bucks. And I'm like, wow, okay. So it says here, inside, Adidas 2002 World Cup, the Vernova Lego game ball, balloon, what? Balloon Lego Adidas de la Coupe Mondiale World Cup 2002. Okay, so it has like something special, I guess, inside. I did take a look inside already, and it has a bunch of parts, but I don't know if it has 376 parts since it's already opened, and as you can see, the box is torn, so I don't know if it's missing a bunch of parts. I hope not, but for $5, I'm expecting it to miss some parts. I wouldn't be bothered if it is. Like, for $5 and the amount of parts that it already does have inside that I have seen, I'm really happy with the purchase. Just let's look at the box. It has like an action feature. Oh yeah, I was gonna point out that it does have like a weird little stand for one of the for the players. Actually, all of them have like these little weird stands, but these ones in particular are actually from that like old Lego Mustafar dual set. So turning it around, this is not what you get. This is actually what you're supposed to get, but you could rearrange. I think you could like rearrange the parts to create different models. Lego used to do that all the time back then. That's really cool. I wish they did it more often, but now everything has action features and transforming features that, in my opinion, aren't as cool. But what is this? You could get two to make like an even bigger one, I guess. I mean, that's cool. You could like combine them to get a bigger one, but I don't know if I would pay $100 just to make like a big one, or back in the day. What's this? Okay, some interesting things there that I do not understand. So yeah, let me open the box. It says just imagine all of the possibilities. I will open the box and show you the contents. Oh wait, let me get a quick shot of these minifigures up here. So we have like 5 of those. Then, okay, so we're supposed to get like 2 dark ones with like the black and dark red. I don't know if it's red or like gray hexagon pattern shirts. I'm sorry. I should mention, I don't know anything about sports at all. Like, I could never get into sports, so I really don't know what I'm talking about. So I just want to throw that out there. And yeah, El Gran Desafío 2, Championat Challenge. So it's in like different languages. Alright, so let's open this up. very big box, but I think we managed to get it open. I'm trying. I don't want it to break because I think it's like a really cool box. I don't want it to break, and it just broke. But okay, so it has this like strange cardboard tray at the bottom here. It has the empty sticker sheet, which means that the guy already used up all the stickers. I hope that they are where they're supposed to be. And we have this pamphlet. We'll take a look at it in a second. It had these huge building instructions. Kind of an interesting portrait. Not portrait, but like cover art. And we'll take a look at that in a second. So, just a quick overview of the parts. You have a ton of these like big green pieces. You have these nets, which are really cool. They're kind of an irregular. They're not square. They're kind of like this irregular U-shaped or C-shape. So I don't know if I'll be able to use this for a mock. And it has like these stitches. I don't know. It's a really interesting shape. I'm pretty sure I can find some use for it because if you guys don't already know, I don't really collect Lego sets. I build Lego mocks, which means that when I get a set, I will take it apart and I will use the parts for my own creations. Okay, so we have some cool minifigures here, some really like retro, kind of like old school Lego minifigures. That's really cool. I like this blonde hair piece. I haven't had one of those yet, so it's cool that we have those. What's this? Whoops. There's a random hair from the previous owner, it seems. But yeah, so I don't know if all the parts are complete. I did look through this earlier. It has a lot of parts. Some of the stickers are there. But I will have to wait till I build it to see if it's missing any parts. I have a feeling that it's gonna miss like a lot of parts because the box was open, so some probably fell out. That would be unfortunate. But at least I hope that it has enough so I can build it and see what it's supposed to be like. It has these like flex tube pipe parts, which are really cool. So yeah, let's take a look at this little pamphlet. It's really retro. It's really early 2000s Lego. Oh, it says it right there, 2002. That was a long time ago. And yeah, let's just browse through it. Oh, you have old school Lego Star Wars. I always love seeing like old catalogs and old promotional stuff for Lego, or just like toys in general, like some old Star Wars toy catalogs and pamphlets. I just find it fun and nostalgic. I think a lot of the old toys back in the day were really cool. Oh, we have Galador. This wasn't cool. This is kind of a little detail from the past that I'm sure we all, as Lego fans, wish that hadn't happened. Oh, so you got a sports page here. There was a bunch of these like strange sports sets. I say strange because there were just like a bunch of different ones, different arrangements and stuff. They didn't have like a clear line of what they were doing. Oh, old school Harry Potter. Gotta love that. Some really good nostalgia here. Oh, Jack Stone with their pre-molded parts. I don't know, I kind of like this stuff. Like, I know a bunch of people hate pre-molded parts, but you can still find a use for it as a Lego fan, as a mock builder at least. Sometimes it's hard to get shapes made out of bricks. And I know that's like the whole point of creating, but it's still fun and useful to have some pre-molded parts. Like, look at those. Look at those skate ramps. That's just so cool. Island Extreme. I remember that one. I never got any of these sets. Like, back then, I was into Lego Technic for some reason. Kind of like, probably because of the construction machines. I feel like Lego City has wasted a huge opportunity to have like a proper construction line. Like, they do, but they're just ugly and like blocky and weird. and they have like the diggers. They have like this strange little shovel that doesn't look like a digger shovel. Kind of looks like a bulldozer shovel, but they use it like anyway. So I don't know what Lego City is doing with their whole like construction scene, but I wish they had some dedicated construction parts, like some dedicated arm pieces, some dedicated shovel pieces. And obviously the only other option is Lego Technic, but that's just like at a whole different scale and just way too big. But back in the day, I was into Lego Technic, and I kind of just ignored all of the other Lego themes, which is unfortunate because there's just so much stuff that I can appreciate now, but I never actually owned. And I kind of wish I did pay more attention to some of the other Lego themes back in the day. So that's about it for the promotional pamphlet. Let's take a look at the building instruction, and then we're gonna try to build this, see if it's complete, so we can do a proper review. Okay, so you have like an action feature with the player, what do you even call that, like player launch parts. That's interesting. I want to see how it turns out. And yeah, he got, oh, this is interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. Alright, so here's the building instruction. It's just a plain building instruction. I'm not gonna go through it all, but I'll just skip to the end. You have some more alternate build ideas and some more promotions for other sports sets, so that's kind of cool. But they don't have a parts list. That's strange. Well, I want to see if it's complete or if it's incomplete, and I'm gonna build this, and then we'll take a look at the final product, and I'll tell you guys what I think about it. And we're back. It took a little while to build. It was very interesting. I wasn't expecting the base plates to connect the way they did. I'll show you how they look underneath in a second, but here's the finished product, or almost finished. I noticed that it's missing a few hair pieces, unfortunately. Here's some reference from the box. It's missing some hair pieces, and it's missing 2 minifigures actually. So we should have, I think, 5 red ones and 5 white ones, but it's missing some. So it is what it is, but it's still a great find. Alright, so let's review this. Where do I start? Okay, so this guy. The reason he's upside down is because this part right here is kind of a very interesting knob kind of piece. It should have a rubber band attached there. That little black spot is actually supposed to be the rubber band, but it's so old that it literally got burnt or toasted, and it broke off, and that little part right there doesn't want to come out. But I actually used a rubber band from my own collection from Lego Technic, so you could kind of get an idea of what it should look like. And I don't really get this. Maybe the pieces have too much friction. Maybe you're supposed to like pull it back and hit the ball, but it's kind of, it doesn't really work that much. Then again, these are almost 20-year-old parts. This whole piece, I think, actually was used in the Revenge of the Sith. I think it was called Duel on Mustafar with Obi-Wan and Anakin from like 2005, but it's a very old part. Obviously it doesn't work that good, but still, it does its job, I guess. So yeah, the balls. So it has 2 balls. It has an exclusive, at least exclusive to like this set. I don't know much about sports, like I said earlier, but it does kind of look like an interesting part. An Adidas ball, and then it has a regular one. So how it works is you have these little spinning parts, and they actually hook up to the ball right there with that little kind of indentation, and they have springs, so you pull them back, you can turn it around, and you can like catch the ball between your legs, and then you pull it back and flick it, and then the ball goes to someone else. And it's actually pretty fun. Like, I've been messing around with this for a little while, a few minutes at least, and it's really fun. Like, it's not my thing, and when I was a kid, like, I was never into sports, but I could see someone having fun with this, you know. I could see someone having fun moving the ball around, trying to catch it, trying to flick it to someone else, and it works, you know. In my opinion, it does its job well. I love the minifigures. They're like really cool, you know. They look so classic. I'm glad that I got a few blonde hair pieces. That's really cool. And yeah, so we have all these stickers on the sides. There's a bunch of different stickers. Unfortunately, they're kind of misplaced. I did not place the stickers. They were already like that, so the previous owner was a little bit sloppy when it came to placing the stickers, which is unfortunate. But I can still use these for a lot of cyberpunk builds, at least the ones that are kind of straight. I do have 2 of each. So on this side, there are the same amount of stickers on that side, just interchanged. Here's a close-up on one of the stickers. It's all dusty. Okay, so on the sides it has, I guess, what's supposed to be the scoreboards. You have blue, and then on the other side, you have the same exact prints, only in red. Let me try to turn that around. One of the stickers is peeling off. Here you get a better look at the side. Very interesting part usage. I was not expecting that. I just like how it all came together. It was unique. I've never built anything like this. I like the use of the inverted windscreen, like truck windscreen parts. It's just very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. And it's just something that, like, I've seen this set. I've seen Lego sports sets in pictures, but I've never owned them. I've never had the pieces, like these big green grass parts, and it's just nice to finally get a hold of it and see what it's like. Let's see what else. These are, I think there are 12 of these, 10 or 12 of these, and then like 2 like slot kind of modded ones, and then you got 2 16 by 8 green bricks. So and like the edges, or like the ends over here, and that's really cool. It's nice to get those parts. Ironically, all of these green brick parts are very cheap on Bricklink, so if you want to pick them up for a mock or something, go ahead. They're like super cheap. And these little parts right here with the springs and everything, they're actually insanely cheap. Like, I think I'd have to check again, but I think that when I checked, they were actually selling these for like a penny, like a United States penny, 1 cent. So that's insane. Regardless, it's a very interesting set. It's a very interesting model, a very interesting toy. Has a bunch of unique parts. I like these. Some of you might recognize those from the Revenge of the Sith AT-RT Walker. They use it kind of like a suspension, at least to imitate a suspension part. It's really nice. I'm glad I got 8 of those in gray. I'm gonna use those a lot in my mocks. I don't really have anything else to say about this. I guess I'll show it from the bottom, since it connects in a very interesting way. The 2 balls are gonna roll off once I flip this, or I'll just remove them. But let me try flipping that, and as you can see, it's just weird. Like, seeing this, it's massive. It's the size of my entire table, and that's like really cool because it's a big, huge surface area. Like, I've never had a Lego model with such a big, gigantic base plate. Like, that's insane. And the fact that it's a brick just makes it feel so much sturdier than if it was just a bunch of plates. So yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with this find. It's a really interesting set. I never really got sports, but I can appreciate it for what it is. And for $5, I think it's insane. It's a great deal. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The building process, it was very fun and unique. Something I've never done before. You know how you had to clip in all these huge bricks with these 2x2 tiles. It was just a fun experience, and yeah, I guess that's about it. This is the Championship Challenge 2 Lego playset from 2002, from Lego Sports. I should mention that if you do want to know more about Lego Sports in general, you should check out this video by Nick from Planet Ripple. He has a series of videos called Lego Rewind, where he goes back to old Lego themes. It's kind of a documentary style video. It's very interesting, and he has a video on sports, so I'll link it in the description. Check it out. If you want to know pretty much everything there is to know about this theme, then check out his video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I hope that you're all staying inside, staying safe, avoiding the crazy pandemic that's taking over the world right now. I'm sure things will go back to normal eventually, but hopefully it's a thing that'll blow by pretty fast. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.